What's up guys, this is Bumpkins and I'm here today with another pickups video. I love doing these. I think pickups videos are super fun, especially when they are pickup videos that aren't your traditional, here's the new weekly books that I got. I like the pickup videos where it's random books that you found wherever. So this is gonna be a pickup video, not of brand new books that just came out, but actually some books that I picked up on Instagram. So if you guys have watched a few of my videos, you know that I'm still kind of newly back into the physical comic collecting game, and I'm not even all the way into the game yet, but I'm slowly starting to get back into it. And I've been buying a few physical comics here and there. You guys know I've been getting the omnibuses and all that fun stuff. But this is my first buy from Instagram. So I got this stack of books from an Instagram user named __ Silver Age, all one word, __ and I'll put that, you should be seeing it right here. His page is really cool. He sells books. There's no weird auctions or long auctions that you have to sit through and hope that you're the highest bidder. He'll just post on the weekends. He'll just post several images of one or a few books and you just claim them. You know, he'll post the picture of the book and the price and you just type claim and it's yours. And that's it, super easy. He even worked with me on some deals, so super awesome Instagram user, comic seller on Instagram. Be sure to check him out. So I got this awesome stack of books and I'm gonna go through them more or less oldest to newest, because like I said, I got a mix of everything. And we are gonna start with, from 1984, Superpowers miniseries, number 1 of 5. Now, I got this one because it's Superpowers. And I love Superpowers. Superpowers is my favorite toy line of all time. I've got several of the figures somewhere around here. I've got all but one of the Kotobukiya Superpowers statues on a shelf over there. I'm not sure how much this ties in with the toy line, if at all, but it doesn't matter because it's 1980s Superpowers DC, and I thought it would be fun to try to get all of this miniseries. So that's not the only Superpowers I got, because there's another Superpowers miniseries from 1985, and I got the first issue of that one as well. So again, I don't know if these tie in with the toys at all. It looks like they do, at least in regards to the fact that it's all the same characters. Like all these characters they made the figures of. It doesn't really matter. Superpowers, I love them. 80s, I love it. So I just thought that would be cool as well. This is actually a 6-issue miniseries, so I also thought it would be fun to try to get that whole series as well. Next up, we've got Marvel Age number 38. I believe this one is from 86. He-Man muscles in on Marvel. So Marvel Age wasn't an actual comic. It was more like a, I guess like a news magazine, if you will, about things that were going on in Marvel. Not really a magazine, but you know, it's a publication talking about what's going on in Marvel Comics from back in the 80s. This one talks about He-Man coming to Marvel Comics at the time. Obviously, he's not there now. But I think I actually have in one of my boxes out in the garage, and we'll find it as I go through them in another series of videos that I'm going to be doing. But I think I actually have one of those. So I thought it would be cool to have this one to go with those and then try to get that series of Marvel He-Man. I thought that would be fun. So super cool, plus awesome cover. His arm kind of looks like mine, you know, so I thought that's kind of like having me on the comic book cover. Next one up is Nova, number 1. I believe this is from the mid-90s. I mean, well, obviously it's from the mid-90s. You can tell because of the foil cover, the mullet. But I got this one because I've never seen this series before, and it's actually not on Marvel Unlimited either. So you guys know I read a lot of my comics digitally still. But every now and then I'll see a comic that isn't available on the Marvel Unlimited app, and those are enticing to me because, you know, this is maybe the only way I can read this one. I think Nova's a cool character. This is obviously before all the cosmic stuff happened around 2008, so he's still kind of in his classic costume, but I just wanted to try it out. Like I said, I've never seen it before, and I thought it looked awesome. Next up is Captain America number 25. Who is the new Captain America? So this is the first appearance of Sam Wilson as Captain America. So This was a little bit of a spec buy for me, and I use that term loosely because I actually don't love the whole speculation thing. I don't love hunting for keys, trying to figure out what's going to be valuable, trying to get all the hot appearances and all the hot storylines, that kind of stuff. I don't like any of that. I like to collect comics just to have the comics. And I thought about even actually making a video about that because I have a lot of thoughts about the whole speculation market. I lived through it once in the 90s. I'm not excited to see that it's back. But regardless of all that, I just thought this would be cool. With all that said, I thought it would be cool because, you know, with the new Falcon and Winter Soldier series that's coming out on Disney Plus next year, I thought maybe this would be kind of cool to, if we see Sam Wilson as Captain America in that show, which I think we will, I thought it would be cool to have the comic where that first happened as well. So, a little bit of a spec book, but, you know, I didn't feel great about it. I just thought, this, you know, that might be kind of cool to have whenever it happens in the show. Next up is Amazing Spider-Man number 800. I believe, is this the last issue or one of the last issues of Dan Slott's run? Actually, I think 801 was. I can't quite remember. I actually have read this digitally before, but Alex Ross Spider-Man cover, and it was a good price. Again, thanks to Silver Age, it was a really good price for this. I just got it. Spider-Man, my favorite character of all time. Alex Ross, one of the best artists in all of comics. I couldn't pass this one up. Next up is Captain America number 1, the Alex Hughes variant. I got it strictly for the cover. I've actually read a few from this series digitally, but it's been so long since I've read those. I want to go back and read them again. I just like the cover, and again, thanks to Silver Age, it was a good price. So I just got it because I like the cover, and I'm going to go back and read this series at some point. Next up is Batman number 86, the variant, and the name escapes me of the artist for this. I got it again because I like the cover. I haven't read, this is the first issue in James Tynion's run, and I actually am not even there yet. Where I left off was right at the beginning. Actually, I think I read the first volume of the City of Bane storyline from, you know, one of Tom King's last runs. Actually, Tom King's last run. But I want to go back and read it again because it's been so long, and I've since got the second volume digitally, although I'm thinking about getting them physical. So I'm not here yet, but I've heard a lot of good things about this run. I'm definitely going to catch up, and I wanted to have this awesome variant when I do start. My buddy Opie, I talked in another video about how he found a whole bunch of comics for me at his Peddler's Mall up in Kentucky. We filled up a long box of dollar issues. The guy that had the booth gave us a sweet deal on filling up a box. And there's a few more of there's a few more Batman variants that we found that are in this same number range. I actually don't quite remember the numbers, but there's a few more that fall in line with this. So I thought it would be cool to sort of have a nice catalog of those. And then the next one is Savage Avengers number 1. Now, this is a book that I have not read. This is another book that is not on the Marvel Unlimited app, most likely due to the rights to Conan. None of the other Conan Marvel books are there as well. And I've been on a major Conan kick lately, even though I haven't read any of them. I've never read one Conan book ever. But I did get the first omnibus, and I plan on getting the others. So even though I haven't read any of them, I'm on a big Conan kick, and Conan hanging out with the Avengers, drawn by Mike Deodato Jr. I couldn't pass that up, again, for the price. So I've already flipped through this one, and this has several pages of Conan and Wolverine just fighting each other. And it looks awesome. Now, I thought that this issue was the first time that Conan met up with the Avengers, and apparently that was wrong. As I was flipping through this, he already referenced meeting them at one point. So apparently that happened in Avengers No Man's Land, I think number 5, and the subsequent issues. I haven't read those, so I need to go back and read those. I'm one of those guys that I feel like I have to read everything in order. I have big FOMO. I don't want to miss out on anything, so I'm going to go back and read those first. And then I'm gonna read this one, and then I'm gonna probably either get the trades, or I might see if I can find the back issues at my comic book store. I thought that might be fun to do, but I couldn't resist Conan, Avengers, Mike Deodato Jr. It's a surefire, a win-win. And the last one is Immortal Hulk number 19, the SpiderMan variant. I have only read the first issue of Immortal Hulk. I read it digitally, and I stopped, not because I didn't like it. I actually thought it was really cool, but again, I wanted to back up a little bit and see how Bruce Banner / Hulk got to where he is at the beginning of the series. So I haven't read it, anything past issue number 1. I did catch up to that point, but then I never jumped back on for whatever reason. Like I said, I'm like 3 years behind on all my books, period. Marvel, DC, whatever. But that's a great thing about comics, especially digital comics, is they're timeless. They're always going to be there, especially digital. And I know we're talking about physical books here, but at the very least, digital books are always going to be there. I can read them whenever I want to. I can catch up whenever I want. So I'm not in any big rush. I know they're going to be there whenever I'm ready to read them. But so I don't even know if Spider-Man shows up in this issue. I know if you guys are watching this and you have read this, you're screaming at your screen, yes, he is in it, or no, he's not. I don't know. I don't care. I just thought the cover was cool. We've got even though it's got a blue tint to it, this is I'm assuming this is supposed to be the spider armor from Web of Spider-Man number 100 with the green foil cover. I have that issue somewhere at my boxes. We're gonna find it at some point whenever I go through my collection and sort of revitalize it, restore it all. But I just couldn't pass up that cover again for the price. Thanks again, Silver Age. So I had to have that. Spider-Man's my all-time favorite. Spider armor, awesome art, fantastic. But that's it. That was my comic book haul from Instagram. Again, thank you so much, Silver Age on Instagram. If you guys want to find some really awesome books and it was just super easy to get. That was my favorite thing. You know, since I've gotten back into the physical collecting game, I've seen a lot of accounts that are selling comics on Instagram, but a lot of them are auctions, and you have to like sit there for forever and see what they have. And I don't agree with a lot of the prices that are there. And so Silver Age just made it super easy to get these books. So thank you very much for these. Guys, thanks for watching this video. I love doing pickups, and I'll do a lot more of these as I get more books. If you like this video, or if you like any of the videos on this channel, maybe hit the subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. If nothing else, leave me a comment below. What books have you been picking up? Have you gotten any books from Instagram? Good experiences, bad experiences? Any Instagram sellers you recommend? Just anything at all about comics, let me know. Let's talk about comics, because I love comics. I could talk about comics to anybody or to a camera. So just let me know. Guys, I appreciate you watching the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.